Inflation is defined as a general rise in the cost of goods and services and a fall in the purchasing value of money. It can have devastating effects on our clients' savings and investment accounts, and they should understand that inflation is the why behind our advice to allocate a portion of their core assets to equities. Dr. Jeremy Siegel of the Wharton School conducted a study on North American investment returns since 1802. He found that large companies returned an inflation-adjusted 6.6%. That number's been over 11% since World War II. We must effectively explain that even a low 2% inflation rate erodes up to 45% of your client's account over 30 years. One can quickly see that the inflation threat needs our top attention. How can we best communicate this to our clients and prospects? We should keep it simple, make it memorable, and have fun with it. Graphs and charts are uninspiring, and your client's eyes will glaze over. This graph shows the loss of purchasing power over time. It is accurate, but lacks any real-world application. Instead, I like to show clients a 50-year-old postage stamp. A first-class stamp cost just 6 cents back in 1971. Today, that same stamp will cost you 55 cents. In 50 years, postage costs in the U.S. went from 6 to 55 cents. This is about 4.5% and is a bit higher than overall consumer inflation. But it is a great example and is immediately embraced by the client. This is a simple, fun, and memorable way to communicate this to clients. Complete the thought by connecting Dr. Siegel's study returns of 6.6% less 4.5% stamp inflation, and we get an expected real return of over 2%, compounding toward your client's long-term goals. The question for clients becomes, how much will stamps cost in 50 years? And what is your plan to pay for them? Because it's highly likely that 55 cents will buy only a fraction of stamp in the future. Now, of course, you can substitute hamburger and milk for stamps. If you show your clients these stamps as a proxy for the inflation graph, they will get it. Your clients will remember this example even many, many years later. Revise your visuals or have a card printed that shows the stamps and explains the rise in costs over time. Peaks and valleys comprise our market averages. These swings are an organic part of the investment process. But clients will instinctively try to retract from any perception of harm and must be reminded of the stamps occasionally during those market downturns. They must not lose faith in the data. Explain averages with this comparison. In one hand, you hold a frozen snowball. In the other hand, you hold a very hot potato. On the average, you should be doing good. However, you're not very comfortable. The point here is we must recognize that the equity allocation pursues a long-term average and will not be comfortable all the time. It's those times that we achieve our highest value to our clients by keeping them in the market. Recognize that these swings are normal, that we must trust the long-term data, and that any comfort adjustments to our allocation or structural changes to the client's accounts are best done during market stable periods rather than under the duress when markets may be volatile. Shift the focus to the long term with this great staircase image, which represents the long-term market performance of 6.6%. Now visualize a person walking up those same stairs while playing with a yo-yo, which represents the short-term swings in the market. We should all focus on the staircase, giving little, if any, attention to the yo-yo. This is a great example for clients who get nervous because of market downturns or the crisis du jour. Remind them of the staircase and the yo-yo, and that they must ignore short-term variations in the market. As advisors, we can quickly recognize that the greatest risk of equities long-term is not the dips or the corrections. The greatest risk is not being in them and missing out on that great average. How can we best communicate this to our clients and prospects? We should keep it simple, make it memorable, and have fun with it. Thank you.